Hello everyone, what's up? Today I made this simple website. Over here you can see Hamburger Navigation Bar and hover effects are there, and also you can see that there are shadow effect I have given, and over here you can see there are four cards and they are somewhat transparent, and we have logo and over here some footer. So in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how you can make this website, and it is super easy, and you will get to know so much about like how hover, about positioning, about hamburger, about how to take photos from where you can take pictures. So let's get started, and please be stay at the end, and if you like this video please give a thumbs up and please do subscribe so that I'll be connected with you. So I'm in my Visual Studio card, and if you have another IDE you can use that as well. So over here I have made index.html, style.css. Style.css is for the styling part, index.html of course for the HTML work, and in the images I have stored my all the images. Let me show you from where I got all these images. And so for that you have to go to the pixel, and pixels give you free stock images and they are high quality as well. So over here you can have to write gem, and you can see tons of background images of the gem. See, you can pick any one and just download it. Great. So over here I have this background, this food. So okay, so let's get started with that. So first thing you have to do, you have to open your boilerplate. Over here let first go live. So this is a live server. If you're using Visual Studio Code first time, you have to install that from the extension. Go to the extension and install it, and then you are ready with that. So let's give the title to it. After that let's give the background, but before that you have to attach your CSS. So let's attach your CSS, and now we are ready to do styling part. Over here in the body, give the background URL, images, and then background size should be covered, and height should be 100%. So over here you can see that this is my background. So after that let's make the Hamburger Navigation Bar. For that let's get to the index.html. Over here let's make nav.side nav. So as I have already said you that dot over here means class, and then press enter. Then another list 4. So we want 4 lists, that's why I multiply with 4, and then we will add anchor tag and a. After that, so this is what we did, and now let's get to the styling part. So over here you can see the home, about us, and contact us and are there. So in the nav, I guess I have gave the side nav. In the side nav let gives the background color for now. Tag, and in the ULA let gives the color as white. And if you want to remove this underline, for that you have to write text decoration as to none. So let's make the position of it as fixed. So fixed, we are making the position fixed in the sense of this browser. So this web page we are making the position fixed. Now let's give the top as 0 pixel. That means with respect to this browser page we are moving it. So from the top it should be 0 pixel, from the left it should also be 0 pixel. And okay, now let's give the height. We should give 6. Okay, and from the top let's give a little bit spacing. Okay, I guess 60 will be good. So yeah, and now let's give the width to it. That is too much. 200 pixel or 250 pixel is good. Okay, now the mission is to give the spacing margin to this home, about it, contact us, and about us. Now in the unordered list we'll give some top margin. Let's give it 60 pixel. And also remove the list tile. So list tile are the doors, which is right now you can't see because of the black background. And after that let's give some margin to the list. So margin should be 34 pixels. Okay, so it's looking good. Now in the unordered list anchor tag A, let's increase the font size to 18 pixel. Okay, it's looking somewhat good. Font size, let increases a little bit more, 19 pixel. Okay, so 18 is good. And increase the font weight as bold. So I guess I need to increase 30. Yeah, so this is what it is looking. So we can also increase the top margin to 100 pixels so that it's come in the center. Okay, now in the side navigation bar, let's give the background as white and it is invisible. So I'm trying to make it a transparent right now. So I've opened the inspect, and over here, like, you have to use inspect because it's look more professional and your coding stuff become more easy. So where I was, so yes, in the white, click on this white, and over here you can do it transparent. So I guess this much is good. Okay, so this much is good. Let's copy this and paste it over here. And you can see over here. So I guess I should increase the font size. But before that, margin left should be -12 pixel or 20 pixel. And now I can increase the font size to 20. Yeah, I guess it is looking good now, or 22. Now it's looking good. Okay, now let's give the hover effect to these. For that you have to write ULA hover, and over here we can write border 3 pixels solid black. And now you can see, so I can see the border, but it's not looking good. We have to give some padding over here, 5 pixel, 10 pixel, 5 pixel, 10 pixel. Now it is looking good. So why this it's coming like that is because of the width. So I have to give width to the UL. Or 255. Now it's looking good. So in the padding, the first one says the upper padding, the top, and the 10 pixels says the right padding, 5 pixels says the bottom padding, and the 10 pixels says the left padding. Okay, and also let change the color to black, and now you can see it's looking good. Now it's time to attach the menu. For that, let's make it hamburger. For that, oops. For that, over here, you have to attach image dot. Let's give it a name as a menu, and now image location. So you can see this huge one. So let's decrease the size of this menu. So height should be let's keep the height as 200 pixel, which is 60 pixel is good, I guess, or 50 pixel is good. Okay, now let's give the position to it as fixed. So fixed position means according movement according to the browser page. So according to that, top should be 34 pixel and left should be 34 pixel. I'm just giving the random number because in the inspect I'll go to the image and from here I'll check which is suiting, and then let's decrease the left. I guess this is looking good. So yeah, so this is looking good. Let's copy this one and paste it over here. So yeah, and now it's time to make this a hamburger navigation bar. For that, you just have to do a little bit JavaScript. Let's do that. In the index over here, if you want to use JavaScript, you have to write the script tag, and in that you will use that JavaScript. So now the first thing you have to do is make on click. And let's give a function name height. So if you point it, it will say a pointing device button has been pressed and released on an item. On click basically do, if you click that image, it will send to the function which I am making right now, which is a height. So when you click the image, this height function will gonna run, and now I'll be writing the logic of the function. So let me write it first. So let me explain you what I have did. So in the scripts, we are writing a JavaScript program. So in the image, I wrote this on click pointer, which basically says that when you are clicking the image, you will go to the function height, and in the height function, I have write some logic, which is very easy. So in the logic, the first one says that nav.style.display if it is not equals to none. That means that if your navigation bar is not hidden. So this line means that if your navigation bar is not hidden, make it a hidden. Okay, so over here none mean hide. So display equals to none means hide. Display equals to block means unhide. So in the else, it's saying that if it is hide, then you have to make it unhide. So over here, you just have to keep in mind that none means hide and block mean non-hide. Okay, with that, so we have made this navigation bar, this hamburger, but when you refresh it, you can see that in the beginning only this navigation bar in the open state. If you don't want it to be in the open state in the beginning, you just have to write this nav.style.display none into the beginning. And now when you reload it, you can see it is in the close position. So we have made this navigation bar, this hamburger navigation bar, and created some hover effect. You can also give the top margin because I guess home is coming a little closer to this menu. Okay, so we have made this one, and now we're gonna make the 4 pamphlets or 4 cards, you can say, and that would be transparent. And if you came so far, And if you're still watching this video, I guess you're liking it and you are consuming the content. So please do give a thumbs up and please do subscribe. That will help me to upload more and more videos and that will gonna motivate me. So now let's create the logo over here. So okay, let's create that. So above the nav bar, let's create a div dot logo and then have a image. Yeah, white logo, and let's give some text or heading, I guess. Region, whatever, you can give any name. Okay, so let's do the styling. Over here let's write logo part, and I know the height of the logo will be very large, so let first decrease the height of the logo. So dot logo image. So in dot logo image, so if you want to access the image, go to the dot logo and then get to the image. I haven't gave the class to the image, so I am doing like this. So height should be 34 pixel, I guess. Okay, now look how it's looking. Okay, so here you can see this tiny logo, dumbbell logo. Okay, let increase the height to 64 is good. Okay, in dot logo, let's make the display as flex. When you make the display as flex, it's turned into inline property, and you can also have access to use the properties like justify content. Flex end is good. Hey, you can see it's looking good. Now let's give margin top 34 pixel. $66. Let's increase the height of the image. In dot logo h2, let's give the color as white. Yep. And let's increase the margin a little bit further, 84.99. I guess now it's looking good. And also let's give the margin left to it, 12 pixel. No, okay. So we have created this logo with its name Regym. And now let's make the 4 cards. Okay, now let's make the footer first and then we're gonna make the cards. For that you have to make footer tag, make div.foot, and then what we write is like reserved copyright. Copyright and the name. Let's give reisgym.com. So let's check what happens. So over here you can see it's copyright. You can get this copy and you can see it's like, yeah. So now you have to keep it in the base. Let's do some styling. Now over here you can see this reserved copyright regime.com is there. And now let's make these cards over here. So let's do that. For that, above the footer, let's go to the styling and first decrease the size. Over here let's write it as block. So want to change the image size, so we have to go in the ID block and then to image and change the height. So let's for now let it be 50 pixel, and this is block 1 or 3. Block 1, and make all the blocks 2, 3, and 4, and let's see what happens. So here you can see that our logo with, I guess I should also give some title to it. Let me give that one. So over here you can see that we have created the icons with expert guidance, food guidance, health guidance, and image guidance. So let's set them first. So first let's go into the block. Okay, so we have made this dot block, or I should go with the block div, and let's give it a height as for now 100 pixel, and let's give the width as 200 pixel for now, and background color as white. So yeah, it's looking like this. And in the block let's make the display as bright. So, and with that also you can make bright template columns auto and auto. That means you want 2 columns. So right now you are not able to see it properly because I haven't created the margin. Let me give the margin or the gap first. And let's also make the position of it as fixed. Okay, and after that, or we can make it an absolute, or yeah, fixed also good. And let me increase the gap 5 pixels, and now let's make the text align to center. That will make the text to center. And let's get from the right as 20 pixel for now, and from the top 100 pixel for now, and also increase. Okay, let me do all these stuffs in the inspect only. So we have to go in the block, okay, so in the block let's make the right positioning. I guess this much is good, and let's give it a top pick. Yeah, I guess this is looking good, and let me copy this and paste it first. Oh, we can also increase its height a little bit and width. That looks good. Let's copy this and paste it over dot block div. Now what we else can do that in the dot block div, we can change the background color. We can make it transparent. That will look good. This much transparent is good. Oh, where is it? Yeah, this is. So, okay, let's create the hover effect now. So dot block div hover. So in the hover effect, you have to give the background color as white. So now you can see how it's looking. Let me close the inspect, and this is looking good. And what I'm seeing that in the icons, the margin top should be given. So let's give the margin top to these images. Okay, let's give it margin top. Margin top as 10 pixel. Copy this, Control C, and I guess this all is looking good. I think I should increase the height of this expert guidance icon and should decrease the margin top of it. And now I think it is looking good. So I guess we have did this. We have made this bar, this hamburger bar. We have made this hamburger navigation bar. We gave the hover effect to this. We have made the footer and this cars and this logo effect. Okay, so let's increase the height of the card. It will look more good than that. Yeah, I guess I should have increased the width of it. Yeah, now it is looking good. Looking good. So that it is. So please give a thumbs up and please do subscribe so that whenever I upload a video, you will be notified. And this is what we have made. Thank you everyone, and I'll see you next time.